We're starting day 4 of our U.S. crop tour. We're in Missouri and we're on Highway 60, just south of Hannibal, just before Mexico, Missouri. And we're in front of a soybean field. And this is one of the worst fields we've seen, but it's been very rare to see a field like this. It looks like just maybe a lack of moisture or some chemical damage to the field. It's very uneven and the plants are turning brown. So just to give you some quick facts about Missouri, corn last year was 136 average yield versus 12 at 75. The soys were 35.5 versus 12 at 30. We got corn crop conditions from the latest USDA crop progress report at 70% good to excellent for the corn and 83% for the soybeans. So crop conditions overall in Missouri equivalent to the last 3 states that we've done. So we're now in front of a cornfield. We're southwest on Highway 19, southwest of Hannibal, Missouri. And this is one of the smallest or shortest crops we've seen since starting our tour in Ohio. It just looks like it was planted a little later. Looking good. Just across the road, there's actually a field that was planted early and it's actually tasseling. We continue our tour in Missouri. It's day 4. We're in front of a cornfield. We're in Maitland, Missouri. So we've traveled west through Missouri and slightly north. And along our tour, we've had some issues with Missouri. We've seen a little bit more drowned out soybean fields, too much moisture. We've seen fields where the beans are turning yellow or brown. We've seen a lot of wheat harvest here in the state of Missouri, and then the corn crop is a little bit more variable than what we've seen, just different sizes. Whether it was planted early, the early stuff looks good. The later planted corn looks good. It's just behind, and this is a good looking field here with the tassels and the silking and the corn cobs. We're now in front of a bean field in Maitland, Missouri. As we've traveled through Missouri, we did get a little bit of rain, but you can see in the background there's some dark clouds. It looks like it wants to rain. It's cool today. It's only about 20 degrees Celsius. This is not a bad looking field. It's not the best field we've seen, but it's coming along. Probably needs a little bit more heat and some more moisture. We're in front of a cornfield. We're just south of St. Joseph's and Fawcett, Missouri, and this is a good looking cornfield. It's been cool today, a little bit of moisture, but again, as we've said earlier, Missouri, if I was to rank Missouri out of the 4 states we've seen so far, probably the 4th, it's ranked number 4. We have gone through Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. We've just seen a little bit more issues with the crops in Missouri from, yellow beans, brown beans, leaves turning brown. The corn, we just have a lot of different stages of corn growth, whereas in Ohio, they were smaller in the north, but they were just behind. We're just seeing a lot of variability here, but nonetheless, a decent crop here. We're in our final soybean field here in Missouri. We're just south of St. Joseph, Missouri, and we're concluding our day 4 tour in Missouri with this soybean field. It's not a bad looking soybean field. Actually, some of the taller bean fields that we've seen in Missouri. And so if I was to rate corn in Missouri, again, we're seeing a little bit more variability in the state of Missouri, but I'm going to guess about average, maybe slightly above. Same thing with the beans. I'm going to rate them as average to slightly above average. So that concludes our tour, and we now head into Kansas, the state of Kansas.